and welcome to another episode of Town Matters. As I conclude my series on guests in honor of Black History Month, I'd like to introduce Vouise Fonville. In his professional life, he is a supervisor with the Department of Children and Families. In his spare time, president of the Historically Black College Alumni organization. For more than 20 years, his organization has provided opportunities for high school students from the New London County to participate in the Historical Black College Tour program. His unwavering commitment and passion to ensure that our kids have a fair chance to further their education is exceptional, and it's the only program of its kind in this area. He is truly an unsung hero, resident of Montville, and we are proud to call him our neighbor. I'd like to welcome you to the program, Vouise, and thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
So to begin with, I'd like you to just share with us the history, some of the history, of the organization, how it got started, and what was the driving force behind such a creative, unique program.
Well, we first started in 1992 when a group of professionals got together and they had a picnic in New London, and after that they started talking about historical black colleges, which most of them had attended in the past. And during that time, they found out that there was not a lot of information in this area in regards to historical black colleges. So they decided to form an organization for this area, so we could tour black colleges, historical black colleges.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And some of the members, they, as you mentioned, you touched upon, they graduated from black historical colleges. So these individuals were professionals in the area, and could you?
Yes, we had, most of the members had graduated from historical black colleges. During that time, just about all of them had graduated from historical black colleges. Most of them have relocated in different areas, but we want to continue the tradition of keeping the organization alive. My vice president, Ray Malone, he graduated from A&T as an engineer. I graduated from Winston-Salem State University, and we have Gussie Patterson, who graduated from Grambling, and a few other ones. We also have Kia Beer that also graduated from Winston-Salem that have came back to give to the community.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you have engineers, you have teachers, you have various professions in the organization.
Yes, we have various professions. Also Sandra Richardson, who did not attend a historical black college, but she's instrumental in regards to working with the organization. Mm-hmm. It has been for years.
Excellent. And could you tell us a bit about the mission of the organization?
The mission of the organization is to promote higher education, no matter what. But the emphasis, we want to put emphasis on historical black colleges, because it's not any historical black colleges in this area. However, our goal is to have high school students to attend college, at university. It doesn't matter whether the college is black or white or any color, as long as they attend a higher education. And we want to try to help them in regards to a higher education.
Okay, so in that sense, also, I would say that then the students that participate is that come from diverse backgrounds?
Yes, the students that participate are very diverse. We have from different ethnic groups that attend this university. Because let's face it, as I said, all students are not going to attend historical black colleges. It's not meant for every student. A lot of students want to go to schools that they identify, other schools want to explore. Mm-hmm. And those are the things that we teach in this organization when we have our various workshops in regards to diversity.
Okay, good points. Also, could you just describe some of the programs and activities that lead up to the Historical College Tour?
Yes. The first program that we have is the Financial Aid Workshop, and it will be March 7th of this year. And usually Gloria Dover from Three Rivers teaches the Financial Aid Workshop. And that's becoming more and more popular each year, simply because of the loans and grants and the cost of education rising. And what she does is she'll bring all the information for the parents, for the students, the different forms that they have to fill out, and the different type of scholarships and grants that they can apply for in order to help them offset some of the costs of higher education.
Okay, so now is this held at various locations, or where is the location that this type of event takes place?
All our events is held at the Science and Technology School in New London under Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen has been very instrumental in regards to the organization since its inception. Basically, what Mr. Allen would do was set up a room for us to go into maybe auditorium so we can have our events, even the interviews, things of that nature, the workshops. Mm-hmm. We always have it at the Science and Technology School with Mr. Allen.
Okay, so as far as I understand, there is some tutoring that takes place that I don't know if that's something that is activity that is conducted throughout the year or at specific time as well. So could you just share with us a bit about that?
Yeah, with the tutoring, when the organization first started, we had an abundance of professionals that would go to the school and tutor the kids. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, a lot of them have relocated and have moved to different areas. However, when we go on the tour, we always look at their academics, their grades, see their weak points, their strong points, and we talk to them in regards to that. And what we do, we try to make an arrangement with a student that we can maybe work with to try to increase their grade point average in regards to a subject that they're lacking in.
Okay, and so is this too in preparation for the SATs?
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
Many times that we can try to talk to them in regards to the subjects that they're lacking in and kind of bring it in with the SATs. And that way there, we can basically work with them before the SAT. Sometimes they take the SAT and they get a low score and we can talk to them about it. And during that time, we can kind of make suggestions what they can do in order to try to improve it.
Okay, I see. And what schools are do the students represent? So I mentioned New London County. So what are some of those schools that the students come from?
Well, we take any students from New London County. Last year, I think we had students from 10 different schools in New London County. Mm-hmm. Usually, Fitch, New London, Norwich, which are your bigger schools, but we also take students from Montville. Any high school from New London County is eligible then.
Have we had a number of students from Montville High School?
Yes, we've had several from Montville. We've had some, mm-hmm. Not a whole lot. Mm-hmm. I keep reaching out, and hopefully, in the future that we'll probably get a little bit more. I'm hoping a little bit more. I usually when we go on the tour, I always talk to the guidance counselor. I send them an application over there for them to kind of broadcast it over the intercom in order to try to get more students to come on the tour.
I see. And also, since this is all you have this is a totally volunteer organization, am I correct?
Yes. The organization is strictly nonprofit. We have our number, state number, federal ID number, and basically all the workers, all the members is volunteer. They have their own private jobs, their own families that they have to tend to. And usually when we go on the tour, we take our vacation time from work. So we just want to be able to give back to the community.
That is really, truly commendable, and it's so selfless what you do, and the degree of commitment that you've, consistently had over the years. Now you have a 501c3.
Yes.
And so how do you afford to give these programs and services to the students? Do you have funders?
Yes, we have sponsors that have been working with us for years. We kind of expect the students to roughly pay 1/2 of the total cost. This year is $285.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
From April the 15th to the 19th. We still are accepting an application. We wish more students will participate. We try to take around 40 students each year. Sometimes we take 1 or 2 over. Depends on the level of participation in the New London County. It varies from year to year, but usually on the average it's around 40.
That's a large number. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now our sponsors, we have, and I don't want to miss any. For years we have the Frank Loomis, Palmer, the Boulder Wine Foundation, Community Foundation, Southeastern Connecticut. We have Walmart. We have the Kitchens Foundation, Chester Kitchen Foundation, that also sponsor us, fund us. We have the New London Community Black Grant and the Charter Oak we've had that helps sponsor the tour. And without them, the tour would probably be double than what it is now. It would probably be like $600, and we know that a lot of these students are not able to afford $600, and we want to offer our appreciation for these sponsors. However, we do have private sponsors, like some of the parents or some of the people out in the community that will sponsor a student to go.
Okay.
And we have one couple, Paul and Liz Duarte, that sponsor a student every year, and they're probably the longest lasting family that have sponsored a student. They sponsor for 1 to 2 students each year, which
that's wonderful.
Also, we have Tammy Lanier in Norwich that sponsor a student. And like I said, we have different variety of people that sometimes sponsor, but that is the cost of the student going on the tour.
I see. Okay.
Whereas the sponsors are the one that dictates the cost of the tour. And also, I like to thank Mr. Allen too, because he helps write grants for the students in New London to try and keep their costs down, to assist with them in their cost of going on this tour.
Okay, so the $285. So a couple of questions from what you've just shared. The $285 is the direct cost for a student to participate on the tour, and so they're required, if they can, to pay 50% of the $285.
No, the cost of the $285 is the cost for the student.
I got you. Okay, that's what I wanted to clear up. Okay.
Yes. The sponsors, which help us fund the tour.
Right, for the bus.
For the bus, yes.
Accommodation, for
hotel,
meals.
Yes.
Okay.
Because when we plan this, we have to plan for the hotels, and we're planning for the bus costs.
Yeah.
Okay. When we don't plan for the meals at that particular time, because it depends on how much funding we get.
Okay.
If we get enough funding, then we're able to assist the students with their lunch and with their dinner. We can't make any promises because it depends on the grant that we get.
Okay. Yeah.
And out of the 20 years that we have been attending there, and that's why I like to think so appreciative to the sponsors that help us, that we're able to pay for some of the kids' lunch and dinner each time.
I see. Yeah. Well, that's quite an undertaking as well, because with the cost of gas prices, you have to have a driver, you have to have hotel accommodation. So they don't stay on the college campuses; they actually stay on an off-site location.
Yes.
Okay, I see. And how would a community? You talked about sponsors, and there are also private opportunities for private donors. And how would they go about participating? Supporting your program?
Well, they can look on our website.
What is your website?
It's hbca_nl.com.
Okay.
Okay. And what they can do is we're on the website, and also my name is on the flyer. They can call and basically say they want to sponsor a student to go on the tour.
Okay.
Because we have a lot of students that want to go, but they're unable to go. And believe it or not, this course is one of the less expensive in the country. We have had parents call us from as far as California, as far as Indiana.
Oh,
because
is that
they look
right?
on the website.
Yeah, because it's such
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to come all the way over here and then go on the tour.
As far as California?
Yes, we have had people to call.
Because you would think by the time they flew the student here.
Yeah. And I also would like to expand on the other thing when you asked us some of the programs that we have.
I would like you to talk a little bit about that.
Okay, with the financial aid that I explained before, Gloria, will be March the 7th. It's open to the public. Any parent or student can come. It's at the New London Magnet School from 6:30 to 8:30.
That's in the evening, 6:30 to 8:30 on March
7th, which is a Thursday.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, in order for them to attend this tour, on March 9th, we have a local college workshop. As I said in the past, all students is not going to attend a historical black college. Okay? And I just want to clarify the myth about, when you say a black college, they're not black colleges.
Exactly. That's why I, too, wanted to clarify that it is a diverse pool of students that participate in the program.
Yes, if you would take a UConn and reverse it, it would basically be roughly around the same. You just have a predominantly black student body there, as well as UConn have a predominantly white Caucasian student body. That's basically it. All these schools are diverse, but before, right after the Civil War, they started these schools because blacks wasn't allowed to get educated, so they started
because of the race discrimination.
So they're historical black colleges. They're not black colleges, historical black colleges. So what we do. We also bring in the local colleges. This year, which will be March the 9th, we will have Johnson and Wells, Three Rivers, Mitchell, Southern Connecticut out of New Haven, and the Coast Guard Academy. Eastern is not able to assist us this year, but this is the only year that they haven't attended.
Okay, so will they also be presenters at the workshop?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a workshop specifically for them. Because, as I say, a lot of the students identify with your Southern, with your Mitchell, and so we want to present them here so they can present their programs, I should say. Okay,
all right, very good.
And usually they talk about the admissions, and we have students at Mitchell now. We have students at Three Rivers, a lot of students at Three Rivers now.
That also helps locally, attending the local colleges too. It helps them. It helps to cut back on some of the expenses, to keep them somewhat contained. As far as the student criteria, what is the criteria for students to participate?
The criteria for the students to participate, basically, first they have to complete the application and everything. They have to get 2 letters of reference, mostly maybe from the guidance counselor, from their teacher, some kind of in the academic field, and then we have to get a CL transcript, an academic transcript from the school.
Okay, yeah.
After that, we'll review the application. We'll call them in for an interview. Every student get interviewed, just to talk to them about basically life, their plans, their goals.
The expectations of the program?
Yes, the expectations of the program. And then after that, like I said, we have the financial aid workshop that they have to attend, and then the college workshop that they have to attend, which is March 9th. And after that, we have a student workshop, just all the students that are going.
I see.
And during that workshop, we have a special guest. Last year it was Dr. Mitchell who spoke to the students. The year before that, it was the president of Three Rivers.
Dr. Jones.
Yes, Dr. Jones spoke the year before to our students.
And Dr. Mitchell was the superintendent of the Groton school system for a number of years. He was the first and I believe the only African American.
Yes.
And
he was great speaking to the students and the schools. The students they learned a lot from him. I mean, it was great. So at that workshop, we talk about things that asked when they go on the college tour. When they talk to the recruiters, we talk to them about which school would they prefer, which school would they like. They might like a big school, a small school, a warm weather school, or a cold school, a school.
Those are important questions.
Those are important things. Yeah. The cost of students. Cost of the to attend. So we put all those out there, and then students get to know each other. They get to pick their own roommates when we go on the tour.
I see.
And they do things
that helps to keep down conflict, personality clashes.
Yes.
As far as parental involvement, is there a requirement that the parents of these students participate in some way?
Yes. The parents, during the interview, we would like for the parents to be there during the interview. We interview the students, and the parents sit on the sideline. Okay, and after we interview the students, and if the parents have questions, they can ask the questions. The parents, if they want to, they can come to the local college fair that we have. But we also have a parent orientation that's mandatory for them.
Good.
And that's always the week before we go on the tour.
I see. Okay.
During that time, we would discuss with the parents' expectations. We would give them phone number where we can be reached at all times, 24/7. We would go over the rules of conduct for each student, the expectation, their expectation in regards to the students' behavior, things of that nature.
Very important information. And as far as the chaperones, where do you get the chaperones? Where do you get these very, very brave chaperones to accommodate up to 40 high school students on a road trip? Is it strictly volunteer that where do you find them anyway?
Well, with the volunteer, the chaperones, they all volunteer. We all volunteer. Usually the members go. Just about, I say about 80%, 90% members go. However, we do have parents to go. We have one parent, Ms. Teresa Taylor, that have been going for years and years because her two daughters went on the tour and they both attended historical black colleges that they saw when they went on the tour.
I see.
And they liked the school, so they now are attending those schools down south.
Oh, wonderful. And how many volunteers do you need? I mean, how many chaperones? Say, if you have 40 students, how many chaperones?
Well, we usually take around 6 chaperones. 6. Sometimes we have taken 7 or 8. But when we take chaperone, we have to keep in mind of the cost, of the rooms and things like that, because if we get an odd here, then it's an extra room there. But usually the chaperones are very good. We have it down packed now, Ray and I. We write in orders, very professional. We have to, also with the preparation, we also have to get the bus. We have to kind of negotiate and try to get the best prices of the bus, which has been pretty good for the last several years with the bus company. And we always try to get the top of the line with the hotel. That's one of Ray's duties, is to contact the hotels and schedule the hotels, which is one of my duties, is to contact the schools, the colleges. Before any of this actually take place, we contact the colleges to make sure that we're able to visit them.
Well, that's important, and I was about to ask you, how do you select the colleges that you visit?
Well, what we do, we try to rotate it to different colleges so they can have a variety of different colleges that they can go to. Like last year, it was our 20th anniversary, and the sponsors made it that we was able to go to Atlanta and visit Morehouse, where Dr. Martin Luther King attended.
My son graduated from Morehouse.
Oh, it's a good school.
It is a good school, yeah.
In Atlanta, we went down. And, of course, we went to Winston-Salem State, where I graduated, and North Carolina A&T, which is Ray alma mater. And so it rotates. This year, we're going to Virginia State, Virginia Union, Howard, Morgan, Bowie State, and Delaware State. And when we select these schools, we try to be a little selective in some of the students that are attending there now that went on the tour. Like when we go to Delaware State, we have a student there that's going to become an airplane pilot.
Okay.
And he's going to walk us around and help with the tour.
So they become the ambassadors?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That's
also at Virginia State, we have a student there, Mr. Capel from Norwich, that's going
that helps a lot, really.
Yes.
When you're using the students as tour guides and also information sources, because kids identify more with their own peers, and so that makes the experience, I think, more meaningful for them, and more able to identify and see themselves, in those environments. I want to ask you about.
And if I must say that, we do have spaces for this year's tour.
Okay.
We said the students not too late to sign up.
Is there a cutoff?
They can come, when we get 40 students, around 40 students, then we try to cut it off. But we try to cut it off like a week or two before, because we have to get the hotel rooms, we have to sign up the students. That go on the tour. We have to, put them in.
Right, all the logistics that have to take place. And also, just could you touch upon the itinerary? Like, what is a day like, on the tour?
The itinerary is like, we have wake-up calls, and we have, calls that usually the curfew is around 11 o'clock.
I see, okay.
And what we do, we'll wake them up, and we stay up to make sure everything is okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the curfew, after the curfew, when they get up that morning, basically we'll attend the school. We'll go to the school. Usually the tour is about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
We eat lunch, and then we do a tour at 2 o'clock. And after that, we might go to a mall. We might do something exciting with them.
Yeah, so that they can get a feel for the area.
Yes.
So, may I ask you, do you go to visit a different college each day, or because you're gone for a week, right?
Yes, we visit 2 colleges each day.
Okay.
We visit 2 colleges each day, and if one is right there together, like A&T with the other girls' college, then we might visit 3. But usually, what we'll do, we'll visit 2 a day. And we'll do something basically for entertainment for the kids.
Oh, sure.
Year before we visit the Capitol and the State of Representatives that was arranged by Congressman Joe Courtney.
Oh, yeah.
He helped us, had one of his aides to help us and walk us right through it, and they was really amazed at the Capitol. This year we are going to the Great Black Wax Museum in Baltimore. Mm-hmm.
What extraordinary opportunities for the children here, to see, because oftentimes they don't. Those opportunities aren't readily affordable.
We have students, believe it or not, some of them have never been out of New London County.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all.
Out of the state of Connecticut, and we talk to them and basically try to work with those students.
It really expands their world, a world of possibility beyond their small communities. So. I just commend you for all the work that you do. And again, let's talk about when this is going to happen. We have 2 minutes left, so.
Okay. This is going to happen from April the 15th through the 19th, and usually all the schools in New London County are usually on spring break. We try to arrange a tour where the students will not have to miss any time from school.
So it's during the spring break?
Yes, every year.
Okay, every year during spring break.
Every year that New London's have their spring break, that's when the tour occurs.
Okay.
And usually, New London County, most of the schools have their spring break at the same time.
I see. Okay, and what about the other school districts? Do they all have the spring break at the same time?
Yes, they usually have the spring break at the same time.
Oh, okay, very good. And again, just the website, because I say we have a minute.
Right, okay. Yeah, and the website. And usually some...
what is it again?
HBCA_NL.com.
Oh, okay, very good.
You can go on the website, and we have taken approximately 900 students on this tour, and if you go on that website, you can basically see all 900 of those students and the year that they went on.
Okay, that's a very good resource, and I really am so pleased to have you on today and to share with the public what you've been doing. And hopefully we'll get some more sponsors for your program, and certainly commend you and the sponsors that believe in all that you do.
Thank you.
And thanks for being on the show, and see you. I'll see our viewers next time on Town Matters, and if you want to participate and support this wonderful organization, the website has been announced.
HBCA_NL.com.
Thank you, and have a good evening.